Plastic. Plastic is made from coal, salt, and cellulose. Cellulose is plant fibers. As many of you would be thinking, how is plastic harmful? Well, it ends up in many creatures' stomach. These are big plastics, but what makes up a plastic are microplastics. These small things are called microplastics. Just like amino acids make up proteins, microplastics make up plastics. Okay, so plastic causes a lot of deaths. Many marine creatures are dying because of plastic. There are two reasons for marine creatures to die. One is when they ingest it, or the other reason is they get entangled. And many land animals are also dying because of feeding plastics or eating plastic, just like this bird is doing, or when it gets entangled in plastic dumps. Here, plastic also affects humans. Humans eat marine animals such as fish, crab, and so on. We also eat land animals such as beef, pork, chicken, lamb, etc. The animals could also be having plastic in their stomach. Hence, the plastic from the animals will enter the human body, just like energy does in a food chain. Even the drinking water is from oceans. So oceans might also be polluted by microplastics and plastics, which will enter our body through drinking water. Even if we purify it, it's not entirely safe. So advantages of plastic. Many people might think that plastic is only disadvantage, but only few people understand the advantages. Plastic is opaque, like this. Opaque is when light does not pass through it. It can be translucent. Translucent is when partial light passes through it, like when you put oil on paper, it's translucent. Or transparent, when light could pass through an object entirely. Plastic can resist to chemicals and water. It can also be shaped into other things. The manufacturing of plastic costs very low. Disadvantages. Plastic harms almost all the organisms living on the earth, just like here. It contaminates water and air, like here. It also contaminates soil. Plastic kills about these many land animals and these many marine animals. It's very much. It's more than the human population itself. Plastic takes a lot of time to decay, like here. So these are the few stages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the smallest. But it never goes fully away. It still stays in the soil, just like these particles. And when plastic is thrown on the soil, it secretes chemicals, which are harmful for the humans and plants growing in the area. People who are included in plastic invention. The person who invented plastic is Leo. And the first person to make PVC, which is a major component of plastic, is Eugene. These were These were the first plastic items to be made. So many countries are trying to stop plastic pollution, and the first one is Canada. Canada is trying the most to prevent plastic, and second is India. And the third is Germany. These three countries are the countries which are trying the most. How is plastic affecting the world? Other than plastic affecting the animals and killing them, there are many more. Plastic is killing a lot of land and marine animals. If animals are extinct, many problems will be faced, such as the lack of natural pollinators, or animals such as cow, pig, goat, lamb, fish, chicken will give us meat. If they are gone, then there will be no meat for humans. Animals are part of the food chain. There's the sun, the source of energy, producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and decomposer. So animals are part of the food chain, so it's very important to maintain a food chain. Okay, so for young people or teenagers, here's a comic. So when plastic is littered on the soil or grass, it secretes gases. Soon the soil will be changed into like this. Animals around there will die. Many flames will be caused. The smoke released could cause asthma and troubles in breathing. This could kill many birds and animals. Soon there will be more plastic than animals. Recap on what we have discussed. We have discussed a lot, so it's important to remember a few bits of it. So, plastic is killing many animals. Animals are important to the ecosystem or the food chain, which most people fail to understand. Plastic disables growth of plants and feeding habits of animals and also the fertility of soil. Plastic is a good usage but is bad for the environment. So that means plastic is good for usage. We can use it for plastic bottles, we can use it for storage, but it's very bad for the environment, just like this poor whale has gobbled up a lot of plastic. Most of the plastic is ended up near the oceans like this, which makes the ocean not hygienic. Plastic could be recycled, but only 8.7% of the plastic used is recycled. The rest is ended up in the oceans. Some of the plastic or all of the plastic is consumed by animals. Countries that are trying their best to prevent plastic are India, Canada, and Germany. Leo was the first person to make plastic. So you have heard a lot about the disadvantages and advantages. So what can you do? You as a family can use as less plastic as possible, or even if you do, you can change it into other models, just like this guy. Your family could recycle plastic or even make things out of it, just like the picture shows. Your family can use paper bags for groceries. If that's not possible, only use one plastic and take it to every shopping mall. You can teach your younger ones to recycle plastic and protect animals. The end.